Ancient Egypt, man. It's like this place where history takes a hard left turn into the Twilight Zone. We're talking pyramids that defy modern engineering, whispers of lost civilizations swallowed by the sands of time, and this constant tug-of-war between what we think we know and what we're just starting to uncover. It's like mainstream archaeology is this strict bouncer at the club of knowledge, and they're only letting in the ideas that fit their narrative. But then you've got these rogue researchers, these intellectual rebels who are saying, hey man, that bouncer's got it all wrong, there's a whole other party going on inside. And that party, that's where things get really interesting. We're talking hidden chambers, ancient technologies, and the possibility that our entire understanding of history is way off. Alright, so let's talk about the big kahuna, the OG mystery, the Great Pyramid of Giza. This colossal structure has fascinated humanity for centuries, standing as a testament to the ingenuity and ambition of ancient civilizations. I mean, this thing is mind-blowing, right? Just imagine the sheer effort, the countless hours, and the incredible manpower that went into building this marvel. It's no wonder people from all over the world come to see it, standing in awe of its grandeur. The precision, the scale, the sheer audacity of its construction. Each stone block weighing several tons was meticulously placed to create this architectural wonder. The level of detail and accuracy is something that even modern engineers find astonishing. Mainstream archaeology tells us it's a tomb, a giant monument to some dead pharaoh. The traditional narrative is that it was built as a final resting place for Pharaoh Khufu, filled with treasures and artifacts to accompany him in the afterlife. And hey, maybe it is. But there's always been a sense of mystery, a feeling that there's more to the story than meets the eye. The Great Pyramid has always sparked curiosity and debate among scholars and enthusiasts alike. But then, you've got guys like Graham Hancock, right? Hancock is a well-known figure in the world of alternative history, challenging conventional wisdom and offering new perspectives on ancient civilizations. Hancock's like the Indiana Jones of alternative history, and he's been saying for years that the Great Pyramid is more than just a tomb. According to him, it's a piece of a much larger puzzle, a key to understanding lost knowledge and forgotten technologies. He's talking about it being some kind of ancient machine, maybe a power plant, maybe a giant clock, maybe something we haven't even thought of yet. These theories might sound far-fetched, but they invite us to look at the pyramid from a different angle. And when you really start digging into the evidence, it gets pretty wild. There are ancient texts and manuscripts that hint at advanced knowledge, suggesting that the Egyptians might have been privy to secrets we've yet to uncover. The alignment with the stars, the internal chambers and shafts that don't seem to make sense for a tomb, the sheer mathematical precision involved. These elements point to a purpose that goes beyond mere burial practices. It's like they were working with technology we can't even comprehend. Modern science and technology have allowed us to explore the pyramid in ways our ancestors couldn't, revealing complexities that continue to baffle experts. So, is the Great Pyramid just a tomb, or is it something more? The debate rages on, but one thing's for sure. This ancient wonder still holds many secrets, waiting to be uncovered by future generations. As we continue to explore and question, the Great Pyramid of Giza remains a symbol of human curiosity and the endless quest for knowledge. Whether it's a tomb, a machine, or something entirely different, its mystery endures, captivating minds and inspiring new discoveries. And then you've got the Sphinx just chilling there in the desert, staring out with that enigmatic smile. It's one of the most iconic monuments in the world, a symbol of ancient Egypt's grandeur and mystery. But there's more to this ancient guardian than meets the eye. Mainstream archaeology says it's about 4,500 years old, built by the ancient Egyptians during the reign of Pharaoh Khafre. This timeline places its construction around 2500 BCE, aligning it with the construction of the nearby pyramids. But then this geologist, Robert Schoch, comes along and throws a wrench in the works. Schoch isn't just any geologist. He's a professor at Boston University with a keen interest in ancient structures and their geological contexts. Schoch is a rock star in the world of geology, no pun intended. His theories have sparked debates and controversies, challenging long-held beliefs about ancient civilizations and their timelines. He's looking at the erosion patterns on the Sphinx and he's like, hold on, this doesn't add up. The weathering on the Sphinx's body, particularly the deep vertical fissures and undulating surfaces, suggests something different from what mainstream archaeology proposes. He's saying the weathering patterns suggest the Sphinx was exposed to thousands of years of heavy rainfall. This type of erosion is typically caused by prolonged exposure to water, not the arid conditions of the Sahara Desert. But here's the thing. The Sahara Desert hasn't seen that kind of rain in at least 12,000 years. This region has been predominantly arid for millennia, with only sporadic periods of increased rainfall. So what does that mean? It means the Sphinx could be way older than we thought, maybe even dating back to the end of the last ice age. This would place its construction around 10,000 BCE, a time when the climate was vastly different. And that, my friends, is a paradigm shift. If Jacques' theory holds true, it would rewrite the history books and change our understanding of ancient civilizations. It suggests that advanced societies existed long before the rise of the known ancient Egyptian civilization, capable of constructing monumental structures like the Sphinx. This controversy continues to fuel debates among scholars, archaeologists, and geologists. It challenges us to look deeper into our past and question the narratives we've long accepted. The Sphinx, with its silent gaze, continues to guard its secrets, inviting us to uncover the true story of its origins. Now, one of the reasons these alternative theories are gaining so much traction is because of guys like Joe Rogan. Rogan's podcast, the JRE, is like the digital campfire of our time. He's got millions of listeners, and he's not afraid to tackle controversial topics. He's had Hancock on, he's had Shock on, and he lets them really dive deep into their theories. And you know what? People are listening. These episodes have racked up millions of views, and they've got people asking questions, questioning the mainstream narrative, and that's what it's all about. Rogan's not saying he has all the answers, but he's creating a space for these conversations to happen, and that's huge. Alright, let's get a little esoteric for a minute. Edgar Cayce, the sleeping prophet, this guy was a trip. He'd go into these trances and channel information about past lives, Atlantis, the whole 9 yards. And one of the things he talked about was a hall of records buried beneath the Sphinx. He said it contained the lost knowledge of Atlantis, the history of humanity, all this incredible stuff. Now, no one's ever found this hall of records, but the idea has captured the imagination of a lot of people. It's like this ultimate treasure hunt, this search for the lost wisdom of the ancients. And who knows? Maybe one day someone will find it. Chapter 5. The Pyramids Prophecy, a Monument to Christ. Okay, strap in for this one because it gets a little out there. We're diving into a theory that might just blow your mind. There's this whole other theory that connects the Great Pyramid to Christianity. Yes, you heard that right. Some people believe that the pyramid is actually a giant prophecy encoded in stone, a monument to the life of Jesus Christ. They argue that the ancient Egyptians had knowledge of Christ's life long before it happened. They point to the internal measurements of the pyramid, saying they correspond to events in Christ's life, like his crucifixion and resurrection. For instance, the length of certain passageways is said to match the timeline of significant events in Jesus' life. Now I know what you're thinking, but hear me out. This theory, while unconventional, has some intriguing points that make you wonder. These guys break it down, and it's actually pretty fascinating. They delve into the specifics, like how the pyramid's architecture and layout might symbolize various aspects of Christ's journey. They talk about how the king's chamber represents the moment of Christ's resurrection, a sacred space within the pyramid that holds deep spiritual significance. How the ascending passageways symbolize his ascension into heaven. These passageways are seen as a metaphor for the spiritual journey and the path to enlightenment. It's a whole different way of looking at the pyramid, one that blends ancient Egyptian architecture with Christian symbolism. And whether you buy it or not, it's pretty mind-blowing. This theory challenges our understanding of history and makes us question the connections between ancient civilizations and religious narratives. So next time you look at the Great Pyramid, remember, it might just be more than a marvel of engineering. It could be a testament to a prophecy that transcends time and culture. Whether you see it as a monument to Christ or just an incredible ancient structure, the Great Pyramid continues to captivate and inspire us. Titled TikTok Time, Warps, Ted, Sackhead, and the Pyramid. So you know how TikTok is like this rabbit hole of weirdness? Well, there's this channel, Ted's Terror Tales, that's all about mysteries and conspiracies. It's these two puppets, Ted and Sackhead, and they're hilarious. Ted's like this conspiracy theory junkie, and Sackhead is more skeptical but always down for a good time. Anyway, they did this whole series on the pyramids, and it's classic. They're watching TikTok videos about ancient aliens, hidden chambers, all sorts of crazy stuff. And the best part is they're not afraid to make fun of it all. It's like they're saying, yeah, this stuff is wild, but let's not take ourselves too seriously. They're bringing a much-needed dose of humor to the whole ancient mystery game. Chapter 7. Abydos Enigma, Deciphering the Helicopter Hieroglyphs. Okay, last but not least, we gotta talk about the Abydos hieroglyphs. These things are nuts. They're carved into the walls of the temple of Seti I in Abydos, and they look like freaking helicopters, submarines, and even a UFO. I'm talking detailed depictions of these machines, and they're right there alongside traditional hieroglyphs. Mainstream archaeology says it's just a case of pareidolia, which is when our brains see patterns where there are none. They say it's just erosion that makes these carvings look like modern technology. But then you've got other people who are like, hold on, this is too specific to be a coincidence. They're saying these hieroglyphs are evidence of ancient advanced technology, maybe even contact with extraterrestrials. And when you look at them, I mean, it's hard to argue. Outro: the future of the past. So, what's the truth about ancient Egypt? Were the pyramids built by dudes with copper chisels and a whole lot of time? Or are we looking at the remnants of a civilization far more advanced than we ever imagined? It's like we're standing on the edge of this massive paradigm shift, and the answers are out there, buried beneath the sands of time. But here's the thing. It's not just about the past. It's about us, about understanding our place in the universe, about the potential that lies dormant within humanity. And that's what makes this whole exploration so damn exciting.